Hello and welcome. It's Jason and Zach with RTB Technologies. And today we want to talk about those little Captcha boxes that want you to prove you're human. We've all come across these Captcha boxes thousands of times, right? When you're trying to open a certain web page or chase down certain files, it's that little box that pops up that says, I am a human, and click that box. Or maybe it's the one that asks you to select certain pictures, the ones that might include a crosswalk or a stoplight or a motorcycle, whatever. So your guard is already down when this one does something a little bit different. Instead of a box to tick, this one tells you there was some kind of problem. Like maybe something didn't load right, or maybe it wants you to confirm your identity, confirm that it's really you and that it's going to walk you through that fix. It might ask you, for example, to hold down that key with the little Windows flag and the button R. And then a small window pops up and it asks you to paste something in there. Now press enter. And this is the moment that matters. Somewhere in there, a quiet voice in the back of your head says, I've never seen this before. This doesn't look right. Maybe that flicker of unfamiliarity going off. So Zach, let's get into a little bit more about this pattern overall, because really this type of attack, there are different ways of accomplishing it. So let's get into this pattern a little bit more.
Yeah. So again, you're right. The individuals who are going after you have changed their tactics up a little bit. They're relying on what you're already used to, which again, like you said, is that kind of window that pops up and says, "Are you human?" We've all done the captchas. They've evolved in various forms and ways, from putting in characters or doing a math problem, or like you said, the crosswalk and things like that. And some people may just not know. They may think that, hey, it's asking me to do some stuff, so it's just another form of captcha that's evolving, so the computers can't do this because computers can't do this, right? They can't read, or whatever may have you. But that's just not the case. And a computer or a captcha is never going to have you copy and paste, or in this case, Windows R opens up the run box. And it's really important because, again, like you said, most people have never seen a run box, and they shouldn't see a run box because they have no business being there. We use it as admins and as technicians in order to do certain things, but you as a normal everyday user shouldn't have to use it. And what they're trying to do is get you to open that run box, and they make it really easy for you because they do Control V right after that, and you just copy and then you paste a set of commands into that run box. And as a user, you may be thinking, cool, there's this pop-up, it says I do this and then I'm all fixed and I'll be good to go and move on, right? Well, what you're actually doing in the background is probably downloading and installing an info stealer or a ransomware agent, a malware agent of some sort. So you have to be very careful with this, and if it feels icky, don't do it. Always stick to your gut, especially with things that look unfamiliar on computers.
Yeah, I love that. If it feels icky, right? That's key, because this is all about patterns here. A real website is never going to ask you to open something on your computer and run something that it handed to you. Never. That's not how a real web page works. So it's not how proving you're a human works, or how loading a web page works at all. So the key takeaway here is that if a page is asking you to open something or type something or paste something your way through a fix, that is the warning itself. So knowing that one pattern can protect you from all kinds of things, no matter what the steps are, no matter how good the reason sounds. That is the pattern for every single version of this attack. So hopefully that's valuable to everybody out there, and we hope that everybody stays safe, stay vigilant, and we'll see you next time.